YouTube family, was good. Yo, let's have a seat. Let's talk. So, I'm looking at this channel called Lisa Cabrera's channel. Very good channel. And in it, she had her latest video that shows how PETA rewrites the Bible with the help of ChatGPT to make the book of Genesis more vegan friendly. I'm going to read a little bit of this and then I'm going to have my thoughts afterwards. So in PETA's AI-generated vegan version of the Bible, animals are referred to as quote-unquote beings rather than beasts. And plants are used for clothing instead of animal skins. All right, so let's continue. PETA has given the Bible's book of Genesis a vegan makeover using ChatGPT to recreate the story and to send a can't-be animal rights message filled with vegan teaching. So if you don't know who PETA is the Animal Rights Association. They're well known and famous, especially with the whole Michael Vick thing. If you don't know who Michael Vick, look it up. He was basically a high-profile NFL football player that got busted fighting dogs, and then with the help of PETA, P-E-T-A, the Animal Rights Association, he spent a few years in jail and missed out on a lot of his NFL career. Okay, let me continue. In PETA's vegan version of the Bible, animals are referred to as beings rather than as beasts or creatures. And plants like hemp and bamboo are used for clothing instead of animal skins because no one with any fashion or moral sense would wear animal skins in the 21st century. Moral sense. So people aren't wearing leather coats. People aren't wearing leather shoes. Wow. So I guess the Russians must be in the past. People aren't wearing fur coats. Anyway. Volunteers at a vegan hot dog. I'm not even going to read that. Anyway. So the Bible has long been used to justify all forms of oppression. So we've used ChatGPT to make it clear that a loving God would never endorse exploitation or cruelty to animals, says PETA. President Ingrid Newkirk. It took God only, excuse me, y'all. I'm over here driving and trying to read at the same time, so please forgive me. On all sorts of ways, just please forgive me. It took God only 6 days to create the entire world, but we realized it would take us years to rewrite the whole Bible, which is why we've started with just the first book. Hold on. My thoughts here in a little bit. So you see it, y'all. Right there. You see it right there. It takes years. It takes years with the whole Bible. So we're starting with Genesis. Y'all, we've already had, I've got a bunch of issues with this because we've already had issues with, and we still have issues with just the fundamental truth of where we live. Many of us, especially in my subs, we have seen, or we're beginning to see that the earth that we've been told is not what it is. Right? And we've been going to the Bible to seek the answers. And with that, many of us strayed, or many of us didn't know that the Word of God was actually that true, but it is, right? So you have PETA coming here, and their cronies coming, and they're just going to change the Word of God even more. They're going to change it. They're absolutely going to change it. So the Word of God that we've gotten, people have claimed that it's changed, and you could see older versions of the Bible, and you could see, hey, it's been adulterated and everything else. We can't help that. There's nothing we could do to change that. But these guys are going to change it, and they're starting with the fundamental truth, right? The fundamental truth, changing it to a fundamental lie. It's an absolute lie. God didn't say anything about no bamboo shoots or no hemp. He didn't say about anything about let's scroll down a little bit, where, I'm going to put this in the description box, right? This link to this article right here. But it goes on to say that Abraham, right, in the book of Genesis, instead of slaughtering a ram, he befriends the ram, a gentle lamb, right? Just to show his respect. And then Abraham and Sarah, right? Where the guy that had a baby with his wife Sarah, where they were old as hell, They adopted a dog named Herbie. You see this shit? They adopted a dog named Herbie and got it from a damn shelter. This is what these people are promoting. This is what these people are promoting. And I'm going to go as far as to put some words in their mouth. These are the same motherfuckers. They're promoting this. They are going to promote, and you know what? You're not going to agree with what I say. A lot of you might not agree with what I say. The gay agenda is going to be put. They're going to, if they haven't already, they're going to ingest the gay agenda in the Bible as well. They're going to say that that's okay. And if you notice how they call these animals beings, like human beings. These animals aren't going to be beasts no more. They are going to be called beings. Notice why that's a big deal. Notice why that's a big deal. We already, since 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, we already had the gay agenda come in full force, right, under the Obama administration, to where now it's okay for man to marry man, woman to marry woman. Yo, wrong on all sorts of levels. You don't have to agree with me on this. You don't have to agree with me on this. If you don't agree, that's fine. I'm going to tell you the truth the way it is, whether you don't like it or not. Tough titty, okay? Man is not supposed to lie with man. Woman is not supposed to lie with woman. Last I checked, when I take to plug in my iron, I don't plug my iron into the TV. I don't plug my iron into another iron for my iron to work. I don't plug my TV into the radio for my radio to work. Okay? You take your load, you plug it into a source. If you want to grow trees, you don't plant seeds on top of seeds. You plant seeds into the source, into the earth. That's how human beings were designed. That's how we're made. This thing is just a continuation. This ChatGPT PETA nonsense is just another form to confuse us, folks. And the point that I was making where PETA is calling animals beings now. Hold on. Yeah. So what are they going to do? You see how they calling them animals beings instead of beasts? That's because animals is on the menu next, right? Man, they already have Nambla, right? Yo, kids, they're already trying to have you make relations with kids where grown-ups can have their way with kids in the bad way. Animals are next, dude. They're gonna have you have sex with animals. They're going to say, hey, it's all right to grab this dog and just shove yourself inside of this dog. Have relations with these animals. It's a pure craziness, abomination. Let me tell you something. The world's governments is at war. The West is at war with its people. It's got to be. You've got to be at war with the people if this is what you're going to say is okay. And maybe you may think that I'm jumping to conclusions, but I'm telling you, listen, for people that consider themselves conspiracy analysts, you can look into the past and you can leap hundreds of years into the future, and you can basically make the prediction that they're going to call it as okay. People will call you a prophet. No, you're just smart. You're just smart. You see the forest for the trees, a lot of you. People are going to call you crazy. But no, you're not crazy. You see it for what it is. You're like, yo, they're trying to make this an agenda. They're trying to make this their agenda. They're not only trying to poison us with the food. They're not trying to only poison our water and our air. They're poisoning our minds. They're making you confused. This is all satanic. This is all from the Baphomet. As above, so below. That's why it's got its hands pointed up. It's got one hand pointed down. That's why it's got one side. It's one part. It's got titties. Another part. It's got a penis. One part it's half human, the other part is half animal. Yo, they're confusing you. PETA is part of that damn agenda to confuse the masses. The West is at war with its own people. I'm telling you. How they're calling animals beings? They're trying to have us fuck these things, man. They're trying to say it's okay to have sex with these animals. I'm telling you, man. Yo, I know it sounds crazy and I know it sounds abhorrent and disgusting, but we are living in the times of Noah. We're back. We're back. And yo, God said, yo, he's not going to wash this place up. And he made the firmament as the promise with the rainbow. He's going to do something. Earthquakes, bees, animals that's going to rip us to pieces. Something is going to happen, and he's going to start over. May not be a flood, because that's what he promised. He wasn't going to do that, but he's going to do something, and he's going to start over. Mark my words. Anyway, YouTube family, that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these stories in the description boxes. Let me know what you think. I'm interested in what you think. Another video is coming here for your viewers' delight. And that's all I got. I wish you guys nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. Most of all, wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. And with that, I'm out. I love you. Peace.